You are the pasta in my fridge, and you will be heated up in the microwave soon. Or some call it microwave. Baby dolls, Bitcoin has hit $50,000, and Crapo is actually calling for 30K. This is fantastic news to see. I'm going to give you a bit of a pump, okay? Because it's all going to plan. All of it, friends. All of it's going to plan. I'm going to show you the Bitcoin weekly chart here. Now, this is very concerning. Now, here's the thing, friends. You have to think about things from my perspective. I'm here to win. And I have to have razor sharp focus on execution. I have to be able to read the signals. I've got to do everything for me. However, sometimes at the actual most critical times, if I really say what I'm thinking, the backlash, the response, and the emotional destruction from everyone, it's so vicious and so loud that it basically gets annoying. And I also sit here myself like, man, who cares about everybody else? Just do it yourself. So in a nutshell, I am not here to convince anyone to follow me. I don't really care, okay? Because clearly, whatever I'm doing on average works. It also makes sense here. I mean, here 18 hours a day sitting on a squeaky chair, okay? And wearing fluffy slippers, and I've got a bull hat, moo, okay? So I have to now wrestle this. And as the bull market goes on, this is the thing. There's going to be more people. You understand? More of the crowd will come. The hands get weaker. The money amounts get bigger. The desperation gets even more intense. So that is what you're going to be looking forward to. It's very unfortunate because that's just the game. All right, that's just the game. Now, when I'm looking at this Bitcoin chart, I've immediately noticed I love that Bitcoin hit 50K. However, no one's even looking at a weekly chart, friends. Everyone's looking at this daily chart. But I just want to show you something, okay? Bitcoin, this is just something, just some cute little price action. You see this low? It actually made a low. All right, this is like the first sign things like, things are like risky. But I don't really like to concentrate on this daily chart stuff. I just want to look at the weekly. And when I look at the weekly, if you recall a week ago, I was telling you, go look. Actually, I was telling you the whole time. There's a wick up here and there's a wick down here. And I wouldn't be surprised if both get filled. So you get, woo, something's going on here. Now, this is actually what you want, friends. If you look at if you map this out, if you go, we know. If you actually look at this, friends, of whatever it is, okay, if you look at that, that is a sideways market. Bitcoin 40 to 50K, that's sideways and that's alt season. Now, if we do this, I'm just trying to plan out here for you. If we actually stay in this zone, all right, a lot of people, what they're going to do is, I'm just trying to read into the future. They're probably going to go look at Crapo's 30K target and say, you're an idiot. They're going to go, that's never happening, okay? That'll never, ever happen. But what I'm going to be doing is looking at, let's go look in here. You see that this middle zone. So if this happens, friends, this is alt season. You understand? I'm just going to write alt season here. I am going to have to be very defensive if that happens. If we get a euphoric alt season, all right, now this is where it gets tough because let's say alts go ballistic. You go, I know alts are ballistic. I know we're going euphoric, but does that mean the next wave of Bitcoin strength, does it mean Bitcoin goes up? Or does it mean everything tanks, but Bitcoin is the strongest? Because if you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, it would mean Bitcoin dominance goes up after it's tanked. So, but if we get this, that's where you don't have to stress. You could just say to yourself, hey, my friend Somi, can I just do half profit rotation Bitcoin, half profit rotation stablecoins? Can I do that? Sure, you can. Of course you can. That's perfect, actually, because no matter what happens, you win. If Bitcoin goes up, you got some. Okay, and then you can actually deploy later and buy the altcoins. And if Bitcoin goes down, guess what? Half your profit was in stablecoins. Now, all I'm thinking about is that profit taking. That's all I'm thinking about. Even though I'm more than happy for it not to happen. Do you remember I told you there's a scale, friends? 0 to 10, euphoria comes. If you don't get more than like a 5 euphoria, don't even bother. It's like, who cares? It's like, okay, it's like, let's use real numbers here. It's like if Chainlink stops at 22 bucks. Who cares? Oh, it's going to go back to 15. I don't care. It's nothing. Okay. Or if PulseChain goes up to 2.5x above day one sack, and then, oh no, it's going to come back to 30% above day one sack, 50% drop. Like, you know what I mean? The risk of that is not worth it. Because if you get out and you're wrong, but then Pulse actually does like 8x above day one sack, you never forgive yourself. You literally never forgive yourself, ever. You waited the whole time. You took all that risk, but you're a bitch. You can't get this price back ever again. And maybe you will, but it'll suck you back in. And then you've lost 3/4 of your position. Now, that's why actually HEX staking, on average for people, even if Pulse versus HEX goes up over time, which HEX is underperforming in that regard, even if that happens, on average, most people are way better off staking. Even if you can't commit to, let's say you're like, oh, I don't want to do a 15-year stake. You can do 30, 60, 90 days, man. You can do that. Okay, not financial advice. Just telling you, like, as long as it's just freaking in, you can't, it's not liquid. Okay, I'm just giving you, like, even the short-term things. That's just something to think about. Now, we have now filled this top wick part. Sucked everybody in. Bitcoin 50K now. See what I mean, friends? Now, right, now I'm going to show you this chart by basically Crapo. Okay, so if we have a look at Crapo, look at Crapo and his target. Let's bring it here. Crapo, if you zoom in, he has 50K. All right, now you're back down to 30. You see that, friends? So this is where you have to be really careful, because here's the thing. Crapo said 50, then 30. But if we go 50, then 40, and we go sideways for another month or two with alt season, people are going to be like, you got no idea what you're talking about. We're never going to go down. You're stupid. That's what they're going to be saying. All right, that's full complacency. It's full complacency, because the drop from 50 to 40 and it's going sideways, people interpret that as bullish. But you got to look at the context of stuff. Okay, you gave us a Bitcoin spot ETF. Okay, Joe Biden gave us laser rise. Even though people are saying, no, it doesn't count. Habib, it's laser rise. They know what they're doing, okay? It's laser rise. Friends, they go, no, it's not related. Friends, do you think they're stupid? You know, every politician in America has like 50,000 polls and data analytics going on, like literally every hour of the day to see public opinion. And then they can see that Donald Trump is gaining the crypto popularity. People, they can see that. They go, okay, sweet. How do we get back into it? You know what I mean? This is all carefully played for, friends. They're all fake reptilian people. So that's what you just have to be careful of. That's why I even tell you when it comes to me, just because I get something right, I will keep reminding you, hey man, I can get the next thing wrong. I can literally get the next thing wrong. There could be a rug. The move can be down. We can be trapped for another year in a bear market. Always. We can get it wrong. Over and over and over again. You can get it wrong. You always think about that part. But you know who's not thinking about that part though? Chad Saylor. Chad Saylor is up $3.5 billion in profit now. And this is his actual position, right? And they've asked him, cybernetic hornet's nest, where is your stop? He goes, there is no stop. There is no stop. You see what I mean? There is none. What do you mean to stop? So he's up to $3.5 billion. He's right here. Now, this is beautiful to see. Everyone's probably going to be jelly of him. Chad Saylor, DCA buying. He's got like 190,000 Bitcoin. It doesn't take a genius to figure out, friends. He actually has 190,000 on the dot. That's not a coincidence, by the way. Look at this. Look at these round numbers. I told you, friends. Look at. He has 190,000 literally on the dot. Not a single Bitcoin, more or less. Round numbers are important. That's why I tell you, HEX $1. Super effective marketing. And then when it goes up to 20 cents, okay, talk about $2, $3. That's what people want to hear. That's what they want to hear. Same XRP, friends. Everyone's talking about XRP $10. Cardano $10. Bitcoin 100K. You see what I mean? We love these round numbers. Chad Saylor wants to accumulate 1% of the Bitcoin supply. He needs 210,000. You know, so, but here's the thing. He can accumulate that. He's a billionaire. All right. What about everyone else with like $4,000 to their name? You're not making infinite wealth, man. You can't. If you just do the maths, if you and Chad Saylor do really, really well from here, okay, yeah, you retire, but Chad Saylor gets to buy out the US government. Like, it's obviously, friends, diminishing gains are real. We know this. Also, very important news, friends. Very important. Paid IDO, they're actually starting now. Okay, there's a paid IDO for Ether Games on the 26th and 27th of February. Now, I've made many videos on it, and I've got to start by saying, friends, I know that there's some cute people in here that come to the comment section. I am not compensated or paid for anything from paid at all. I'm doing it. So this is the funny part. See, people, I understand, man. You're like, You like those dogs that come from the pound where they're so used to, unfortunately, being harmed by their owner that any hand that comes next to them, they just want to bite because they're just so used to being abused. You just literally look like an abused dog for the pound. I get it. I completely get it. 99 times out of 100, when you hear other influencers talk about anything, they are insider grifters and they'll conveniently leave stuff out and they'll mention, oh, by the way, did I tell you I am sponsored by them? Anyway, and they'll speak for 9 hours about it, about how it's the greatest thing. Okay. So this is just brainwashing, man. You know, that's gaslighting, by the way. You know, government does that as well. They tell you the truth, but then they tell you the truth for 4 seconds and then they spend 4 hours talking about their lie, about the promotion stuff. That's what the government does. It's called gaslighting because our human brain, right? You're computing stuff. You're like, wait a minute, I've heard 99% good stuff about this. You know what I mean? They know what they're doing. Now, with Paid, I'm not compensated at all. I don't know Kyle. Sometimes I try to message him here and there. He's a very, very, very busy man. I don't know anything about it. I'm not on the Paid advisor team, although I'd love to be, but I don't really need to be on. They've got crypto bands. They've got altcoin daily. They've got all the reach and stuff. Now, here's the beautiful part. Why I'm talking to you about it is you don't need to buy Paid at all. It's free. It's literally free. You get nothing you have to pay for if you don't want to. Okay, so here's the details here. There is a pool opening on the 26th of Feb. This is the early pool. Now you need 75,000 to paid for it. And this is the paid chart. Obviously, don't touch it, friends. I've got a super trend on here, but I'm just going to remove it just to show you, like, if you put it on a weekly chart, look, I hope it goes up, but like, what's this move up to another 3.8x? But yeah, look. See, it's 37 cents now. Please, look, you can do what you want, friends. Some people did buy 75,000 paid and message me and stuff, but 75,000 paid, 37 cents is 27 grand. Yeah. Look, you're probably wondering, oh, that's not worth it. Look, yeah, on average, it's not worth it. I'm just going to be completely honest, though. Paid, they gave you 300x on Metis DAO, which is Vitalik's mum. He's like the founder of this chain. Literally yes, I know he's an alien. Yeah, she's from the mothership. Okay. His actual mum is like founder, CEO, creator of Metis DAO. Did a 300x. Sidus did like a 48x or a 70x. ShopX did 110x. So there are these absolute smasher unicorn winners that appear. But there's heaps of other ones that do like 5 and 6s and 7s. And you're not really that excited because you only get like $100 allocation here and there. Okay, so, but I'm just telling you, like, if you're in here, doesn't mean I'll just sell. But if you're not in, don't worry about it. Like, there's plenty of opportunity out there. You don't need to participate in this. I'm doing it on here. Now, the paid token itself is going to get buy pressure. So that's why there's 2 pools, friends. If you have 75,000 paid, you get to buy a day before everybody else. And then whatever's left over in the open pool, it's free, no KYC, under $1,000. You can participate. If you win a slot, congratulations. Maybe you win. You put in like $500. What they do is they take 10% of everyone's as a tax and they go buy the token. So that's actually the buy pressure that comes up on it over time. It's actually very, very bullish for the token itself. Paid only has probably like now $1.4 million of total liquidity, which is about $700,000 on the offer. But if they're raising, for example, for this one, friends, they're raising $1 million starting. So that means 100K is going to go buy the token. Now, as the bull market heats up later on, they're going to be raising $5 million. That's 500K each clip. There's only 700K on the offer. You know, there's 700K on the offer using the Uniswap formula. If you buy 700K worth, that's a 4x of the price. You've doubled the offer, so you get 4x of the price. Just to show you that these things, like, they're pretty lucrative if you can get in. Okay, now, this is just something to think about when it comes to paid as a launchpad. There are many, many other launchpads. The one they're called Ether Games. They worked on, League of Legends, God of War, absolutely 2 huge games. It's kind of funny, right? Their raise is $1 million. Now, if you remember from Drift, friends, Drift, I think, is still running, but it's kind of slowed down. But just to kind of show you, right? Just look how early we are, right? A team that worked on God of War and League of Legends, 2 insanely popular games, they're only trying to raise $1 million because they've kind of sussed out what the market will raise right now. Because there's always VCs and insiders that they know, okay, what's raising average raise amounts. Do you see like how early we are? I guarantee you give me a $79,000 Bitcoin print and Ethereum's like $8,000. That 1 million, friends, people will be begging. They'll be cutting throats just to try get in, and you'll be raising like 25 million, literally 25 million, like that. everyone's getting, but that's dangerous, right? It's because they've seen everybody else win for the past year and they still haven't retired. That's why it gets dangerous. They actually have the token generation stuff here. So that's what I'm doing. Participate, see what you do. Token price, 4 cents, whatever. I got to repeat as well. I am not compensated at all. This is super important as well. Do not buy any IDO coin after launch without heavy research. On average, you are meant to try to win the lottery spot only and then move on. There might be 1 or 2 unicorns though, but we'll need to evaluate each one, because just telling you now, friends, okay, I don't know if they're going to do this. I'm just telling you, Alex Becker, Sir Ivan the Great, Altcoin Daily, and Crypto Banter, they're all paid advisors. So they're all going to get a shitload of tokens for every project, which means they're incentivized to like cover those coins if they do big marketing stuff. All right, which means their audience will be paying up no matter what. Okay, so I don't want you to be joining the audience with the emotional weekend money. The strong position is to win the lottery ticket. That's it. That's it. If you said, hey, I don't want to take my chance, okay, well, you have to buy 75,000 paid, which is like 28 grand. Okay, remember, these are just the things. This is the game. And by the way, the way I'm playing it is paid's going to go up, hopefully. So you get to sell bait at a profit. But even if paid went to 0, the token, what you're winning in each project, by the end of it, you're rotating your profits and you're covering what you lost anyway. So that's the whole strategy. And of course, they are lottery tickets. Yes, got to stress that. Sure, yeah, man, I really wish I knew the big team, and then yes, I wish I could put like 100K clip into something like an angel investor, like what the Ethereum maxis got given in Arbitrum and made their 900x, which is true, by the way. The early ARB guys, they 10K allocation, friends, they're up 980x. So they're up $9.8 million. Pantera Capital and the other ETH maxis who had to come in after that, they're up only 180x. So think about that, a 50K clip at 180x, friends. Like, that's crazy. Man. But that's the Arbitrum. You took over the industry, you know what I mean? That's what we're looking at, the unicorn. There's many others that didn't get there. Super bullish news, friends. There were no crypto advertisements at the Super Bowl this year, which is insanely bullish. Now, this is really, really, really good. No one wanted to touch it. No one likes it. Good, good. That means the weekends are sitting on the sidelines. That's why, maybe it could be ERC404, friends, liquid JPEGs. Someone makes some sort of new tech, new thing, open canvas world, and it gets the retailers back in, and they kind of forget that they're financially speculating all over again, all right? Speaking of that as well, Ethereum NFT volume approaches a yearly high, which is beautiful to see, especially if it ties in the ERC404. That's great. So you have NFT world, you've got altcoin world, and then we have the liquid JPEGs, the ERC404 world. Obviously, one of the best ones I know of is GOFURS. Okay, still early, hasn't even printed a weekly candles. Not financial advice. Run by Mr. Dipcatcher. They're going to have hats, and they're also going to have a covered P2P options protocol. So basically, let's say someone's got $100 million in at the top of the HEX bull market, or PulseChain and PulseX, the whole ecosystem. They can just buy insurance in case it crashes. They go, hey, I want to protect against, let's say HEX hits $2. Right? Let's say HEX is $2. He's like, I want to protect in case HEX in a year from now is below 50 cents. So what he'll do is, and remember, we're pretty cheap because the strike is very far away. So what he'll say is he'll go, hey, let me buy 12 months out these options for 50 cents. It's 75% away, but sweet. Just in case HEX is down to 10 cents or 5 cents, something bad happens in 12 months from now, I've got insurance. Okay, so that's exactly what would happen. It's wonderful. And you might have, let's say he has a $100 million portfolio. He probably will put in like $5 million and he buys that protection. And maybe he calculates it. He's like, okay, well, if it goes down to 10 cents, I kind of make back, like a third or a fourth, or a third or half of my position. Okay, and throughout the time, maybe he starts selling off anyway. It's just that you can't do it all in one go. Okay, so this is beautiful. Also, that's the real use case, right? You could use it for buying call options, which don't do, friends, because it's just better to be long. I'm just seeing all the stats. Call options is like super low leverage, and you can only lose what you put in. However, you need to get the timing right. That's the most disappointing part of it. The timing it's really hard as options. Like you doing the price stuff. Oh, sweet, you're going to go up one day in the future. Yeah, but if your thing expires, but then the run happens 6 months later, that's the tough part. Finally, too, we have New York expanding its fraud case against DCG up to $3 billion. It's like the old bear market narrative. You just see, friends, there's all these like lurking issues in the background here. These things get faded away. This is such a huge issue. Like, they're going to liquidate DCG. Grayscale's going to sell all the Bitcoin. No! Where are you now? Nowhere. So that Bitcoin chart, friends, that Bitcoin chart is here. We are still around these danger zones, man. But, look, in an ideal world, right, we go up to 55. Okay, this is the actual 702, 786. We actually go to 55 up here. We zip around. Everyone's complacent. We go back below 40 because everyone thinks this would liquidate everybody. And then we come back up and we can continue the 4-year cycle. But we don't have to do that, really. Don't forget that stock market, friends. But, if I'm going to show you one last thing, friends, I don't know what this stock market is on, some sort of illicit substance. It is absolutely freaking screaming. This thing keeps going, just zipping up. This is what we want to see. This is what we want to see because we're basically in set now. Do you remember? There's never ever been a big altcoin season without the S&P 500 breaking the all-time high. And we've broken the all-time high. Hope and pray it continues. Like, subscribe, bell button, or catch you soon.